Smoke filled the skies over Cold Lake as the local fire and rescue squad responded to a call just after 1 this afternoon. Now, the blaze happened at an abandoned house in a forested area in between 12th Street and the Service Road on Highway 28.
Yeah, basically Cold Lake Fire Rescue was paged midday to structure fire here in Cold Lake North. It's been abandoned for some time. Single family residence, fire showing through doors and windows upon first unit arrival.
The home has been abandoned for more than 10 years. Deputy Chief Hugh McKay says the cause of the fire doesn't seem to be from any services inside the house.
The structure had no gas service or electrical service, so the normal causes there are not in place, so we'll have to look around a little further later.
After receiving the call from a passerby, McKay says fire crews didn't have too much trouble putting out the fire.
It actually was a fairly easy fire to fight. We had water supply quite close. The guys were quick to get here and got offensive right away.
Now the blaze is under investigation. A resident in Cold Lake got a nice surprise from the city today. She was reunited with an oil-based painting which was done by an old relative. Fraser Snowden has more on the unique reunion.
You can't quite tell, but there's little images of people within the building.
The art, which used to hang in the old Chinese restaurant in town named China Doll, was painted by Sally Olfstein's grandmother, Martha Olfstein.
It's like part of your family coming back that's been lost. So it's going to be great.
More than 8 years ago, the restaurant was closed and the painting sat untouched. Olfstein's tried to retrieve the art before, but it was the city that was able to deliver. The artwork stands as a memory of who her grandmother was.
She always made us chocolate cakes and homemade ice cream, and she was running a cream separator and always picking eggs and had her scarf over her hair. And she was just, the most perfect memory that you can have of the most amazing grandmother.
The oil painting is done on canvas, which is a little surprising to Sally, as she normally would have used anything else.
In that day, she painted on velvet, which she would have gotten from an old dress, and she painted on card. She painted on anything she could get. She painted on tree funguses that she used to find in the bush.
She plans on restoring the painting and has gathered a little smoke and mold damage over the years. In Cold Lake, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
Well, a big part of the Colonial Days Fair every year are the livestock shows. They give people a chance to get up close to the animals and exhibitors a chance to show off their product. Kyle Gallagher stopped by the $12,000 classic steer steak on Wednesday and has more in this week's Egg Report.
It's a collection of some of the top steers in North America.
Well, we've got steers all the way from North Dakota here in Ontario. It just gets all the cattle together. It's a competition. The more the better, and our numbers are down a little bit, but the quality is really good this year.
The $12,000 classic steer steak has been around for over 30 years and gives exhibitors like Dennis Sarienko a chance to put their best products on display.
For me, it's a real family thing. It's something I can do with my daughters. They enjoy it, and for us, it's a bit of a holiday, but, tied up with a bit of business, we're exhibiting a product.
Sarienko says preparing a steer for show also teaches his kids valuable life lessons.
Every day after school, or some days if they've got stuff going on after school, they'll get up early before school, rinse them, blow them. It takes about 45 minutes, feed their steers, and so they got to work hard to do it.
There are a few things to keep in mind when in the show ring.
I'm focusing on my animal. I'm placing his feet, making sure he's really comfortable and at ease, because he'll look better if he's comfortable.
The judges are also looking for a couple of key points.
Depth of body, good hind quarter, the proper amount of fat cover, good angular animal from front to back.
After this show, many of the exhibitors will take their cattle down south for the Calgary Stampede.
A lot of these steers will go on from here to Calgary to compete down there. So it's kind of a circuit they go on.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap News.